Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a dashboard, a sales performance dashboard in Power BI desktop. Okay, so let's continue here. So as you can see, I'm on my Power BI dashboard or Power BI desktop, and this is the sales dashboard. I'm going to show you guys how to create exactly what is seen here on my screen. So this is a sales data coming from my SQL Server object, and I'm going to build this dashboard from the very beginning until the end. Please stay tuned with me. Okay, so all right, so I am going to go and go to this empty canvas on my screen here, and first of all I'm going to go and set up the background here. So when I click here on the format pane, canvas setting, background, canvas background, I'm going to make a selection of the second one, let's say, and go back. The transparency, need to reduce it so you can see the background. There you go, background is set. Now let me insert a line which is going to be shapes, and this is what I'm going to insert. Let me color, change the border here. Border always line borders. Okay, this is border. There you go. So border is always default to this blue line, blue color. So I want to change it a little bit darker, something like that, and shrink this one. And I need to expand this all the way here up to this point. And let me shrink this down. So let me show you what I'm trying to do achieve here. Okay, let me go back to my dashboard that I have already built. So as you can see, there's a border line I created in the middle, center, cross here, top, right. So this border line, that's what I'm gonna do that first. Okay, that's what my intention is. So that's one line here. So since there is how many lines I have, let me check. Top, middle, that's about it. So two horizontal and one vertical. Okay, copy that, paste that, move it down here. And so that's two. I think we need one more. Paste that and move it over to the top. Leave a room somewhere. Get this somewhere at the center. Okay, I think that's kind of center here. Okay, so once I move it, move this to the left. All right, lift. You need some breathing space, so leave some room here, breathing space. So move it here, breathing room here. Okay, all right. So I got horizontal lines. So I'm going to paste one more line, Control V, since the clipboard. So I'm going to shrink this and make this horizontal line. How do you do that? Go to rotation, make it 90 degree, make this 90 degree, and this switches to horizontal, vertical line. So do the same thing, expand it, and you want to move it all the way to the center. Okay, we're making quadrant. Okay, why I'm making the quadrant first? So here's my goal picture. Let me show you. So you got four quadrants, right? Four quadrants. There is card visual on the top, name of the dashboard. Here's a little button slide to clear the slicer. There's a one, two, three, four filters or slicers. They are here on the to the right, and background is, as you can see, a little faded dark background. And we got four quadrants. So my first goal is making four quadrants. That's good. Let's add a fourth slicer. Okay, let me go ahead and add a slicer here, which is going to shrink this down, move this over to the right. This is where one of my slicers sits, and I want to bring the order date into the slicer. Oops, expand that. That's what it is saying is, hey, I can't fit in your window. That's what it's telling me. Expand it, drag it, and you'll see this slider. This is what it is called. You can slide the date depending on how you want to filter this data. That's what the slider is helpful. You can, if you don't like this slider, you can go ahead and turn that off over format, slider off, on or off. So off goes away, on comes back. Okay, sometimes it's helpful, it's a handy to slide the bar. It's up to you, however you feel comfortable, right? Because you're the one designing this report. Okay, let's just expand this a little bit to fits better, move it up a little bit. We can always move around, depending on how things fit, right? So I have, like I said, four slicer here. So I'm going to bring, okay, Control C here, click Control V, okay. And this one is going to be not the order date, but it's going to be, let me go back here. So reason, category, and product. Okay, so that's what I'm bringing. First one, I'm bringing the slicer for the reason and make it vertical. And let's go ahead and format this size because the font looks bigger. So format here, values, going to make it 9, and slicer header, make it 10. Okay, so that should fit, or you know what, let's make, okay, that should be good. If not, we can always come back and adjust the size, no matter, right? So copy this, since this format is good. Once you have the format set in one, copy that format or that visual, and then Control C, Control V here, and another one Control V, because we need two more, one here and one there, I think. Let me expand this all the way down. Okay, this is going to be, so reason, second one is going to be my category. Take the off, okay, category. This one is going to be my product. Okay, product is right here. Okay, there you go. So we have this slider bar, if it wants to have this fit, you don't want to show this one, you can adjust your space. Okay, all right, adjust your space. I'm gonna move this a little bit up. Still not enough room here. I mean, it doesn't hurt, sometimes you might have more to it, so you can leave as is, but this one has more space, so we can reduce this. There is only 3 categories, looks like. So there you go. Now the bar is gone, so it looks more cleaner, right? There you go. So what we have so far is 4 quadrants, and I got 4 slicers to the right. Now let me bring this, what do you call, the header for the reports, and that's pretty much a text box. Here is a text box, so shrink this down and move your text box somewhere there to fit it right there. And you want to type in sales performance dashboard. Okay, Control A, highlighting everything and changing the font size to 18, and make it bold. Shrink this a little bit down and go to the let's format this a little bit. Okay, so I have the font size 18, that should be good enough. And let me go to the far right, properties, effects, background, leave as is, and then visual border, turn it on. Let's make the visual border to this guy and get the rounded corner to, let's say, 5 or 6, something like that. And you'll see this is a round. I like the rounded corner than the rectangular or 90-degree corner. That looks fancier, right? All right, so far okay. One more thing is, I think we have a different font color on my, okay, you can change the font color. So let's highlight that and go to this little font color option here, go there, and then check this one, whichever font is your preference, right? Now let's bring the card visual, which is, I have these 3 card visual. One is total sales, total profit, and total orders. All right, let's do it. Okay, you still with me? All right, have patience. Okay, you'll learn a lot. So let's bring this multi-card visual, this with the lightning one. Shrink this down and drag it to your space, and then let's make it okay. We'll adjust the size, after we have the values here. So bring the cells and then bring the profit, and bring the total orders, which is order ID. So if you, no, sorry, here, quantity, that's the total orders, right? Okay, so as you can see, the font size is kind of big, and it's out of the space here. So what we want to do is, obviously you want to format. So go to format pane to the right, visual multi-cards layout column. It's saying since it's a multi-card, it's giving 5 column options here, 1 2 3 4 5. Since we don't have 5, we only got 3. You can reduce this to 3, so it's only going to display three columns. All right, now let's go to, I'm trying to find the values here, so let's go to visual again and cards, and then apply to all, and then you want the border on, and you want the border color to be this guy, or maybe a little darker. Let's go a little darker, and width is let's make it 2. Okay, you see the changes are happening. And then background, what is this background? Turn that off. It's not doing anything here. Okay, hold on a second. This is all formatting is pretty much you practice in a trial and error, depending on when you switch something. If you don't like it, switch it back. Okay, that's how it's a trial and error. It's a, you don't have to remember. This is not hard and fast remembering stuff like like a Pythagoras theorem, something like that. That's not like that. Okay, this is all looking around and changing the stuff. If you don't like it, switch it back to different, something like that. Okay, there you go. So the properties effects background. What is this background? This background does nothing. Okay, I don't even need the background here. Okay, visual border, we already have the borders, so this is not it. Go to visual back here, multi-cards. Layout is good, shape is good. So you keep on looking on each stuff, and so padding is gonna be okay. This one I need to turn it to 30. So this kind of switches back at the center. However, let me get back here and get back to this one, formatting again, and call out. Call out. This is I think call out value is going to be, let's make this let's make it to 12. Okay, see, it reduces. How about 14? Okay, 14. And then go down, and then label. What is this label? Okay, that label we want to have the size of 10. Okay, I'm still trying to find this size. Give me here. All right, so let's continue here, right? So we have this selected. Let's check back again. I'm trying to see which one will format this. So call out, right? All layout is good. Padding, we already checked the padding. No need this padding. Value is going to be 14. Okay, 14 is good. 14, and there should be label. We already checked the label. We want label to be 10, and let's see which one it is. All right, so what we have, the label is, I think the blue color font is bold and something like that. And we want, let's check, we want to switch this to 2 decimal places, these values. This one is a number, a whole number is good. This is 2 decimal places, but the sum of sales is coming 4 decimal or 5 decimal. We don't want that, so let's find that, which is going to be sometimes it's hard to find. Where is that formatting I'm looking for? Okay, maybe this one, sum of sales. Okay, all right, so I switch the column here, apply setting to which one, sum of sales, and we want to turn that display units to 2 decimal places. Okay, something like that. See, it switches to 2 decimal. This is good, this is good. And what was the font color we have? Let me check here. Okay, we have 3 different color of the fonts, right? So let's switch that to 3 different color of fonts. So first one, let's go to formatting again, and multi-cards, and let's see, where was I earlier? Background, I think it's cards, applied to sum of sales, and the value is going to be, what is the value here? Sum of sales. That's fine. Border, divide, background, shadow, call out. call out. Okay, here's the value, and then the color is gonna be this guy. Let me switch that. There you go. So this color is that, and let's do the other one. Sum of profit quantity is going to be something like this one. All right, yeah, that's a bit. We just want to have this three different color. That's what my goal is. And let me take back to what I had. Okay, this one, and black, and this one black, and this. Okay, that should be good enough. All right, so let's click on the format again, and this one, rename this head, title. You don't want to say sum, I want to say total sales. And let's click on the other one, right click and rename, and say the same thing, total profit, and sum of quantity needs to be let's do total orders. That's better. Okay, total orders. All right, now let's turn this background here somewhere. Let's go to format again, multi-color shape, background is on. This one, switch it to something to match with this one, and I believe that's when, see, this one blends with this background, right? I don't want to show this white background here, so blending with this guy looks better, right? So let me see if I can shrink this. Okay, it doesn't let me shrink because it's gonna hide anyway, but maybe I can move this. The upper one doesn't let me. Okay, shrink this little bit so to exhaust it or get this correctly aligned. Okay, I don't know why this is kind of annoying for me to not let me shrink. All right. Okay, I cannot shrink less than that, but anyway, we are kind of very close here. Okay, all right, but I don't like that, it's still kind of on the way, but this one is a more, I struggled that earlier too, trying to get that coming correct. So let me get this here. How about this? Okay, so okay, let's shrink this again. Okay, still I'm not happy with this one because this is on my way here. Okay, so this is on my way. Let's make this bigger. All right, so this should be good now. So let's turn back. See, this line is behind this, right? So what you need to do is to show this line is you want to go to the view here, to the selection, select this one and find where that is. So this is card and find where that is. This is shape. So this card, you drag it behind that third shape here. So there you go. So this should hopefully, see, it will be over this card. Okay, that's what that, you can do that. Okay, there you go. So with that, I think card we got, let me go back here on my original one. So card is looking good, and we want to bring one slicer here to clean the slicer, but I can do that later. So let me take a look here. I'm still kind of hiding the numbers here, so shrink this a little bit wider. Okay, a little bit wide, and let me expand this little bit. Hopefully, there you go. Hopefully, we can see this label here. All right, so we have total sales, total profit, and total orders, all for everything. If you use the slicer, this will be changing. This will be changing. See, so all right. Let me bring the clean all the slicers. So that is insert a button, and there's a clean all slicers, and you want to drag this all the way here, somewhere here in that space, and make this move this a little bit here, and let me see if I can round the corners, right? So which is going to be shape, and round the corners like 6. 6 is a good size. See, the corner is rounded. I like that nice and round. So if I click on these slicers, and this is, if you click on this with control click, you see this is popping up. Click on control click if you're using the desktop. If this is in service, you don't have to click control click, okay? If it's in Power BI service, I mean. So click with this button, control click, and then this will clear all the slices. This pretty much resets the slicer or filters, okay? That's what this is helpful sometime. Okay, all right, we got that set up. Now let's work on these four quadrants, what we have here, right? So first one we have is sales by region, and let's bring that up here. So I'm going to go with this chart, column chart, and shrink this to fit on your space. So region, where is my region? Region and the sales. Okay, we got sales by region. Good enough. So yeah, I want to rename this title, and that is going to be, let me click here. Where is it? Why is it something issue there? Sum of sales by region, and go here. General title, you don't want to say sum of, just say sales by region, okay? And get this 14, okay, leave it at 14, that's fine. Sales by region, okay. You can also turn this off if you do not want, and to, for example, this is region and this is sum of sales. If you don't want to turn, I mean, don't want to show that, what you have to do is highlight this one, go to format pane, and here's depending on which axis you want to turn that off. So if this is y-axis, expand that, and there's a title, turn that off. Same thing with the other one, x-axis, title, turn that off. Okay, so the title is gone. So there you go. Sales by region, that should be good enough. However, this doesn't tell me how many dollars these are, right? So bring the data label on and go to format again. There's a data label, turn that on. Boom, that's good enough. The next one we have is pie chart. And again, this pie chart is going to sit right in between here for you. Let me get that nice and clean. So this is going to be my category sales by category. Okay, I want to see how much sales per each category. Electronics is the highest here, and office supplies and furniture. Okay, all right. Third one we have is the line chart, and line chart is a total sales per order date. Okay, there you go. So again, you want to clean this header. Never say sum of, okay, because it's not good way to say that. All right, so for that one, again, highlight this one and then go to general title. Where is the title here? And just say, instead of sum, say total sales by order date. How's that? Sound good? I mean, if you don't like it, you want to rename something else, definitely go ahead and do that. Okay. And again, this the title on the x-axis and y-axis, better to turn that off. And let's go to a visual, and x-axis title off, and again go to y-axis title off. Okay, all right, there you go. Total sales by order date. Awesome. So what next? I have the next one is my table visual, and let me fit that right there, nice and breathing room. Okay, so let's bring the product here, and the number of orders, that's my number of orders, and total sales, total profit. Where is my total profit? Right here, total profit, and you want to see the profit margin. Okay, so this is a major how I created that. I'm going to show you that pretty easy. So this is a divide. We're dividing this. If I bring this down for more readable view, and just like in SQL, you can do in DAX. This is a DAX query. So you're dividing the total profit by total sales, and that's our profit margin, formatting that to 2 decimal places with the percent symbol, right? And that's what this is being calculated. However, in my visual, I can show you in my, let me get back to my original. In my visual, you see there's no total here, like these totals are not here. And how do you hide the total in the profit margin? I don't want the total here. So how do you do that here? Let me show you the trick. So this one is showing 20.66. I don't want to show that here total, because it doesn't relevant there. Why do you show total in the profit margin, right? So go to highlight this one first. As you see, I'm already selected. Go to format, go to specific columns, and that is at this column, and you want to turn this off, this on, change the color to white. Boom, this is gone. So what I'm saying here is apply only to the total, apply only the changes to the total, not to the values, not to the values, okay, only to the total. Total is on, but the values is off, means it's not going to change this effect over to the values. Otherwise, if you turn that on, your values will be also changed, and you don't want to do that definitely. So turn this off for the values and switch this color to the white, whatever, to match this background. This background color is white. Okay, all right, there you go. That's pretty easy, right? So if you see the dollar over here, total sales, this should match over here, which is 487,044, 487.44 decimal places. For hundreds of thousands and millions, you can remove these two decimal places, because cents are not relevant when you're talking on millions, right? So you can turn those off, okay, if you do not want. So you can format that. And again, another thing, I want to make this column header a bolded column header, which is going to be this one, and make that 9 since it's going to be bolded. And again, the other piece I see here is, I don't want to say sum of sales, sum and sum, this is irrelevant. Okay, so for that one, rename, right click on this, go to rename, and just say for the product, what is this, sum of quantity, right? So they say orders, let's say orders. So this is going to give the number of orders. And sum of sales, rename that to say just sales, just sales. Sum of profit, rename that to say profit. And profit margin percent, that is self-explanatory. Profit margin percent, and looking good. Now let's take a look. Final check, final check, and let's check the slicer. It's slicing the data. Keep an eye, 198 for the East region. For the chair, they have 33 chairs sold. That's category is furniture and things like that. If you want to remove this, reset the slicer, control click on this button, control click, boom, everything is clear. If you want to change the date, use this slicer and look at for South and East region. Okay, this is the trending sales. Okay, trending sales, here is the highest sales in January 26. Okay, highest sales. All right, and you want to check what other sales here. So depending on, you can either use this slide, or you can also click here and then you manually change the date there. Okay, you can manually type, and that's going to work. There is no relevant data for the date range. I just enter, that's why it's coming up as empty. Okay, let me slide the bar back and edit, I mean control and click on this one. It's going to reset all the slices for me. All right, so here is my original that I created earlier. And okay, all I see is I forgot to rename these headers on this visual. Let me do that quick and call it final. Okay, sum of sales by category. Again, I don't like that sum of word saying sum of, just say total sales. Okay, more professional, right? You want to be professional sounding. Total sales by category, there you go. And this one needs to be total summary sales, I believe. So let's turn on the slice header and then sales summary, something like that. Okay, let's go back and take a look what we have here. Sales summary, that should be good. Sales by category. All right, so total sales by category. Yeah, let's get rid of total here. So go back to general, title, get rid of total. All right, sales by category, sales summary. All right, so anywhere you click, it's more interactive now, and this is going to slice and dice depending on what you choose, what you select. So if you don't want that to be selected, just click on this button. This is going to clear or reset for you. How about the one I created initially, this one, versus how about the final version I'm showing to you guys? Okay, there's a little, okay, I think that should be good enough. All right, which one you like, guys? This one, option A versus option B. Definitely I'm going with option B that I share with you guys. So please like and subscribe for more videos like this, and thanks again for watching. Hopefully this helps, and you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.